Hi everybody, it's Dina from Aldina Rose Designs, and I thought I would give you a quick tutorial on how to use your fabric to do t-shirts or bags or whatever you might want to use. So I did this anchor on the pocket of my daughter's tank top, and I used fabric and vinyl, and I'm going to show you how you go about doing that. So what I did was I already pulled one up that I had done, and then I pulled up the blank one. So let me show you. I'm going to, it's ungrouped. So here I just filled it in with a pattern to pretend that it was fabric. So there's your fabric piece, and then you're going to do an inner offset and a regular offset. Okay, so what you would do is you would put your regular offset, then you will layer it with your fabric, and then you're going to take your internal offset and lay that over the top when you go to press it on your design. And that way it helps so that the edges don't fray. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I do that. I brought in the anchor right over here. Okay, so I am going to go to the fill pattern, and I'm just going to fill it with a pattern just so that it looks like we're using fabric, and I'm just going to get rid of that line color. Okay, so anyhow, here is the anchor, and right now it's kind of hard to see, but we'll show you what we're going to do. So we're going to left click and we're going to hit offset. Okay, and I'm going to, your default offset is 0.125, but that's kind of large for what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead in there and I'm going to get rid of that and going to make the offset at 0.054, and then I'm going to hit apply. Okay, and you see how that brings that in a little bit closer, and I'm going to change that color to black. Okay, and then we're going to get rid of that line color as well. There we go. Okay, so now we have your regular offset in your fabric piece. So now what you want to do is, I'm going to move this out of the way, is we're going to do your internal offset. So we're going to go over here, you're going to click on that, you're going to right click, and you're going to hit offset, and let me get off of that. We're going to hit internal offset. Let me just get rid of this piece here. Okay, so we're going to bring that down here, and we're going to click internal offset, and I'm going to take that in pretty close. So I'm going to do my internal offset, and you're going to play around with it because each design will vary. But for the anchor, I'm going to use 0.0, and I'm going to use 2.5, and then I'm going to hit apply. Okay, so that took it pretty, whoop, wait a minute, let's get rid of that one. For some reason, sorry about that. See, I'm doing live, so you see even I make mistakes. We're going to delete that. Okay, and we're going to try this again. We're going to click on that. We're going to hit internal offset. Okay, and then I'm going to go in, and I'm going to hit it at 0.025, and I'm going to hit apply. Okay, so that makes it a little closer, and I'm also going to change that color to black as well. Okay, so now what we want to do is make this a compound path. So I'm going to move this out of the way. We're going to put that up here where it belongs. Let me get rid of this because we don't need that. Okay, so let me get rid of the line color on this as well. Okay, so now with this, you want to make a compound path because you want this, you do not want this area right in here to be blackened out because you're going to lay this on top of your fabric, so you want your fabric to show. So what we want is we just want the lines. So you're going to go over to your trace window. You're going to hit select trace area. Okay, and we're going to trace that. And I left the high pass filter on because we just kind of want the edges. So I'm going to hit trace. Okay, so let me move that out of the way. And then I'm going to click on this. I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit release compound path. And then I'm going to right click again and I'm going to hit make a compound path. And then I'm going to go and change that color to black. And I'm going to change the line color or get rid of the line color. And as you can see, we got rid of the middle here. Okay, so we don't need this anymore, so we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to delete that and delete this. Okay, so now let me bring this back over. So what you're going to do is, here's your fabric piece. You can probably see it better over here because of the white. You're going to take your regular offset. You're going to press that onto your fabric. Then you're going to take your fabric piece and you're going to layer it right on top of that. Okay. And then you're going to take your inner offset piece and you're going to actually lay that right on top of there. So you're going to, let me just still see the fabric. Let me line that up a little bit better. There we go. You're still going to see the fabric, but this is going to just go right along the edge and you're going to protect it from fraying. And you will have just like that. And the other thing you want to do is you want to use heat and bond, which is right over here. This is the heat and bond I use. It's the red package. It's the no sew. And if you want to sew the edges, you can, but if you're going to do it this way, you really don't have to. And it's 17 inches by 1 yard, and there's enough in here to do quite a few projects. And then what you do is you will lay your fabric over the heat and bond and you will iron it on, and you're going to go over it quite a few times just to make sure that it's stuck on there. And then you put it on your mat and you're going to run it through either your Silhouette or your Cricut, and you're going to cut that out. And then once you apply your offset onto your, whether you use an iron or a heat press. I use a heat press, and so what I do is I'll do